What's going on, everybody? This is Quasar. I'm bringing you a Skyrim Special Edition build. It's called the Blood Paladin. I found my inspiration for doing this from Master Conquest Gaming or something like that. I'm not completely sure. Excuse my audio. I do apologize. But I got some lore, some backstories, odds and ends things. Just enjoy.
His name is Catharin, and he is the bastard son of Baron Montclair. When Montclair was hunting in Riverspire, he met a healer priestess of Kenred named Elysis, who later became his mistress. Becoming deeper involved in the relationship, they began to meet more regularly. But then, one night at the northernmost reach of High Rock on the shores of Nordic, Catharin was conceived. But this was the time just before the gates of Oblivion were opened all around Tamriel, and Elysis was summoned by Uriel Septim to the Imperial City to serve as a healer in the Temple of the Dragon Guard. Afraid to tell Montclair about her pregnancy, she fled. It was around this time Montclair's wife then grew ill, and the relationship ceased completely without exchange of words. Later on, years after the child's birth, Montclair got word that his mistress of old had birthed a child born of St. Weird in the Imperial City, knowing that this child was his. Montclair then sent for Elysis and the child to be murdered. Montclair contacted the Order, a group of vampires who served Olar Gall, offering 5,000 settlements to the Order as payment that they discreetly take care of the child and his mother.
Catharin grew up in the halls of the Dragon Guard. Every morning at dawn, he trained with the blades, honing his abilities. At night, he studied with his mother in the ancient art of restoration. At the age of 10, he was initiated into the halls of the Dragon Guard, but it was only a few years later until Elysis and Catharin were in the wilds of Cyrodiil gathering herbs for healing potions when they were ambushed by hired hands of the Order. Catharin was struck with a blade on the left side of his face. Laying unconscious, he heard deafening screams, and moments later he heard the sound of swords clashing and horses yielding. When he awoke, he was alone, lying in the outskirts of the trees, surrounded by bodies. Then he saw his mother, throat cut ear to ear, with her heart ripped out. Distraught and lost, not knowing where to go, he ventured into the wilderness, and as time passed, he learned to survive only using his sword. But years later, he was abducted by the Dark Brotherhood and taken into life, paid in full by the Emperor a sum of 2,000 septim as payment for the child's mother's services in Dragon. The Emperor shared with the Brotherhood the dark secrets of the child's origins and how he was born of a noble vampiric bloodline and carried in his veins the blood of Florentis Bane, the brother of Elysis and master priest of restoration serving Arcade. The Brotherhood agreed to protect Catharin for 10 years and teach him the ways of the Shadow, and after the 10 years he would be taken into Skyrim to serve Sithis and the Void. Alright, how about that for terrible audio, not being able to hear a word that's said, and everything backstory and lore wise is completely oblivious to you guys? How about that? But I will put it in either the description or at the end of this video. Mind my reading as well, because I'm not the best reader. In like 7th grade, I was diagnosed by the teachers with comprehension issues and stuff like that. So be it what it is. I'm going to go further into depth with this build. I'm going to show you guys the armor that's used, the enchantments, different odds and ends things, describing the build further. Man, I keep losing my train of thought, but here we go. Alright, so what we've got here in our favorited list is the branded iron shield. We have bat form, so I have grand healing, guardian circle, invisibility, mass paralysis, paralyze, vampire or vampiric drain, vampire lord, which we'll never use ever, vampire's bane. And for the armor, we have a traveling cloak, steel plate armor, ring of peerless wielding, and a necklace of nullification, and ebony gauntlets legendary, ebony boots legendary, ebony armor legendary, and branded iron shield. But well, it's not legendary, but we also for the weapon have a Daedric mace, which is legendary. And again, on enchantments, we have increased fire resistance, increase your magicka, fortify one-handed, fortify magical resistance, but those are in-game things. Fortify block, fortify one-handed, fortify health, and fortify fire resistance. And on your weapon, you have take burning damage. I don't know the correct terminology for all these things, but regardless, pretty much what you're trying to do, since you're a vampire, is you're trying to build up your fire resistance to make yourself overpowered against fire resist or against fire damage. And with the build itself, with the perks and the mod that I use, it's like a perk overhaul. You get so many more options with your perks, and you can make the best builds ever. So everything else aside from the fire resistance is pretty much self-explanatory and takes care of itself. Okay, now for your perks, in heavy armor, you're going to want heavy armor mastery, battle weary, heavy armor fit, rallying standard, defiance, revel in battle, reap whirlwind as well. And for block, you're going to want block mastery, timed block, power bash, skull rattler, cast aside. And in one-handed, you're going to want mastery, furious strength, overrun, denting blows, smite, rise kinship, toll the bell, meteor storm, skull cracking, skull cracking, wandering warrior, and for your stone, your stone, you're going to want the Lord Stone because it grants you magicka resistance and physical resistance, which helps against all kinds of different enemies in the game. I mean, every enemy in the game, actually. But that's all the time that I have for today. I will put the mods and the backstory and lore and all that good stuff in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, comment, like, subscribe, do what you want to do what you got to do. I don't really care. I'm just putting this out here for you guys because I enjoyed the build. I enjoyed playing it. I played it on master difficulty all the way to level 82. So, I mean, it's a great build. It's fun to play. It's got a good balance, and it's immersive. That's what I like the most about it. It keeps you entertained. It keeps you going. It's got a switch up play style, so you have to use your favorite items quite frequently. But, like I said, that's all I got for now.